Well, inferential statistics and chi-square. Chi-square is my least favorite statistical test because I simply cannot visualize what is going on with the thing. Correlation and regression and various kinds of difference tests create very clear images in my head. Chi-square is a great white blank. On the other hand, it gets used a lot, and I have used it on myself on occasion. Still, it's a little like Mandrake the magician gesturing hypnotically and convincing the folks around him that such and such is so. If you don't remember Mandrake, the shadow does much the same thing by clouding men's minds. Okay, enough with the obscure pop culture references. The fact is, chi-square is a useful sort of thing because it will work with relatively low-level data and is a quick way of discovering if the data we have actually means anything or not. The first example in the textual lecture deals with an opinion survey about locating a branch library. Libraries do this sort of thing a lot, and it would be nice to know if the results are purely random or there really is a significant answer in there. I spend a lot of time working through the examples, which is as much for me as anything else. I always have to think my way through chi-square. The other reason is that, like Spearman, this is a statistic you have to set up yourself on the spreadsheet. Both Excel and Quattro will do chi-squares, but the answers they give are not particularly useful or even what you think you are getting. And neither program pays any attention to the caveats about the test that you simply have to know about if you're going to use it. This is one of those cases where the tool, the spreadsheet, is very powerful but very clumsy and not particularly informative about what is going on. It's very easy to fall into the trap of not carefully examining the evidence and the caveats about that evidence before hitting the go button and letting the spreadsheet do your thinking for you. The calculations are all correct, but remember, garbage in, garbage out. So, spend some time playing with this thing. Set up your spreadsheet to do the calculations. I will post a couple of practice chi-square test problems for you to play with, although I would start with the examples I use in the lecture since you already have the answers. And if you don't get what I got, you're doing something wrong. Now, chi-square is one of but many, many inferential tests. We could get into t-tests of several varieties, f-tests, analysis of variance, analysis of covariance, and the list goes on. My best advice to you is that if you get into something statistical that you even think you don't understand, find a statistical consultant or somebody who does understand the material. I expect you to be good librarians, not statisticians.